So before Geshe arrives, is this working? Yeah. Um, should we read the Foundations of All Good Qualities? It's in the little brochure that's in the. Did you get one of these? It's. See, Julie will hand one to you. Okay. So on page 3, the foundation of all good qualities by Lama Tsongkhapa. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this, oh thank you, and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again, please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me to be careful, always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativities and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures is the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the prati moksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother migratory beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop only bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At time, the basis of accomplishing the 2 attainments is keeping pure vows in samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the 2 stages, the essence of the Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. In the Gold Prayer book, start with the 7-limb prayer on page 27. Kosum gupe gone chatselo ngesham yi tu chöki malumo tomene sadi tunta cheshat kepa gewanam laje Go to page 97, I think. And we'll do the short mandala offering. Saji perki
Mantra, just mantra, Teata, Gade Gade, Para Gade, Para Sam Gade, 7 times. Teata, Gade Gade, Para Gade, Para Sam Gade. Teata, Gade Gade, Para Gade, Para Sam Gade. Teata, Gade Gade, Para Gade, Para Sam Gade. Teata, Gade Gade, Para Gade, Para Sam Gade, Bodhi Soha. Teata, Gade Gade, Para Gade, Para Sam Gade, Bodhi Soha. Teata, Gade Gade, Para Gade, Para Sam Gade, Bodhi Soha. Akasamaras, Akasamaras. So then 3 claps, okay. Maybe 21.
Go to page 81. Then you see prayer to the lion face Dakini. And then there's a mantra at the bottom. We're just going to say the mantra 21 times.
The mantra is before the clap?
Yes.
Yeah. Akasamaranda Shatara Samara, Akasamaranda Shatara Samara, Akasamaranda Shatara. Akasamaranda Shatara Samara, Akasamaranda Shatara Samara, Akasamaranda Shatara, Akasamaranda Shatara Samara, Akasamaranda Shatara Samara, Akasamaranda Shatara Samara. Akasamaranda Shatara Samara, Akasamaranda Shatara Samara. Right after that, there's a mantra.
Right after that, this book is Taya Taga.
Yeah.
Then after that is Papa Conchuk.
Oh, yeah. So now when you say Teyata, then you put your hand together like this. So 3 times, okay? Teyata, Gade Gade, Paragade, Parasam Gade, Bodhe. So Teyata, Gade Gade, Paragade, Parasam Gade. Teyata, Gade Gade, Paragade, Parasam Gade, Bodhe. So now think deep down from your heart, all the obstacles, all been removed, okay? Removed from your life. The next one now recite.
By the teachings of the 3 supreme jewels possessing the power of truth, may inner and outer hindrances be transformed. May they be dispelled. May they be pacified. Shintam Kuriye Soha. May all negative forces opposed to Dharma be completely pacified. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from problems and harmful conditions to Dharma. May all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma, and may there be auspiciousness and perfect happiness here, right now.
So I think since last Wednesday or two Wednesdays ago, we've been also reciting Medicine Buddha mantras. As I said, there's a number of members, who have physical problems. So then, so now please visualize, okay? Visualize Medicine Buddhas on your crown, okay? Visualize Medicine Buddha on your crown. So, or like some of your relatives, your family members, if they are sick, so you can visualize Medicine Buddha on their crown too. You visualize on their crown. So, bright blue, bright blue, bright blue. So then, nectars flow from Medicine Buddha like laser beam. So then, I say eliminate all the physical sicknesses, mental difficulties. Okay. So I'm going to say in Tibetan. So then we say the mantra together. So just visualize. Okay, maintain your visualizations, and like the blessings flows from Medicine Buddha, form of nectar or light, or combinations, both. So like laser beam. So then eliminate all the physical and mental difficulties. Okay, visualize that, maintain that visualizations while I recite 7 minutes Buddha's name in Tibetan. Okay. Rinpoche dan dawa da pe me ara do je ma ke ba de je na ye je ja bo lo cha zo lo chu do jam do je wo chen cha lo do do chen de 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 ja bo na ja ma ya da ba zo be da je se sa de me de je na do chu ro ma lo cha zo lo chu do jam do je wo chen cha lo do do chen de 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 je ja bo na ja ma ya da ba zo be da je ja ke me cha bo lo cha zo lo chu do jam do je 좀 되게 되게 잡아다 잡아야 다 봐도 배다 이제 저도 저도 연락 저도 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 좀 되게 잡아다 잡아야 다 봐도 배다 최자조 저거로 남바로 보고 맞으면 잡아라 저도 좀 되게 잡아다 잡아야 다 봐도 배다 맨절로 배들 잡아라 저도 진지하려도 So then now the stanza then mantra. Tuchingolanyo be chumdede tsendandebe ngendo dungase tusondede tanjeme lambenuayo lanjaze Om Namo Bhagavate Begaze Guru Mendoya Dhammaradaya Tadhangataya Arahate Samya Sambudaya Teyata Om Bekaze Begaze Maha Begaze Begaze Raja Samongade Soa Om Namo Bhagavate Begaze Guru Mendoya Dhammaradaya Tadhangataya Arahate Samya Sambudaya Teyata Om Bekaze Begaze Maha Begaze Begaze Raja Samongade Soa Om Namo Bhagavate Begaze Guru Mendoya Dhammaradaya Tadhangataya Arahate Samya Sambudaya Teyata Om Bekaze Begaze Maha Begaze Begaze Raja Samongade Soa Om Namo Bhagavate Begaze Guru Mendoya Dhammaradaya Tadhangataya Arahate Samya Sambudaya Teyata Om Bekaze Begaze Maha Begaze Begaze Raja Samongade Soa Om Namo Bhagavate Begaze Guru Mendoya Dhammaradaya Tadhangataya Arahate Samya Sambudaya Teyata Begaze Begaze Maha Begaze Begaze Raja Samongade Soa Om Namo Bhagavate Dhammaradaya Tadhangataya Arahate Samya Sambudaya Teyata Begaze Begaze Maha Begaze Begaze Raja Samongade Soa Om Namo Bhagavate Begaze Guru Mendoya Dhammaradaya Tadhangataya Arahate Samya Sambudaya Teyata Begaze Begaze Maha Begaze Begaze Raja Samongade Soa Gyavadiya Nyududa Sajemela Nujunendo Vajijamaleva Chechiya Sala Gyavarajo Simjeneva Chinjeva Nyudo Nelia Tajude Novene Maleva Tadunjuwa Mevasha Pama Simjen Tamje Tadande Jengeno Tamje Tadonduwa Chancho Seba Kana Sojova Teta Kunje Melam Dujuje Chana Kunde Lida Nunga Neva Chinjeva Teta Soso Namje Dega Janzo Davajo Chana Kunde Lida Dunga Neva Chinjeva Teta Soso Namje Dega Janzo Davajo Chana Kunde Lida Dunga Neva Chinjeva Teta Soso Namje Dega Janzo Davajo. So now the stanza.
May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are, may they never occur again. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merits. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merits. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of my merits.
So there's few mantras, okay? Some of them like prevent from untimely death, and some of them like just hearing the mantra will remove the obstacle from the lifespan. Jitete jumdete dije jabanda jamaya daba zobe tanje rinje zudo jana chazelo chudo jado jo jitete me zo tsaba me tumi jo male jumze ma gme donga jubana me ja sanje tsaba me no chazelo om namo bhagavate aparamida ayunjana sumbune zedade zarazaya tata kataya arahate samya sambudaya teyada bune bune maha bune aparamida bune jana Somba Rabazede, Omazawaza Makarabare, Namade Gangana, Samgade, Sambava Bishede, Mahana, Barevare, Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate, Aparamida, Ayana, Sumbone, Zedadaya, Tatangataya, Arahade, Samya Sambudaya, Deada Bune Bune, Mahabune. Aparamida Bune Jana, Somba Rabazede, Omazawaza Makarabare, Namade Gangana. Samongade Sambava Bishede Mahana Barevare, so Om Namo Bhagavate, Aparamida, Ayana, Sumbane, Zedadaya. Tatangataya, Arahade, Samya Sambudaya, Deada Bune Bune, Mahabune, Aparamida Bune. Aparamida Bune Jana, Somba Rabazede, Omazawaza Makarabare, Namade Gangade. Samongade Sambava Bishede Mahana Barevare, so Timichive, Samatomana, Mena, Tsebamig. Sevato ne chidabajum de chimeri de nido zabajo tsarakundo seva megre de jishye gusonde ben jawanga be lasa de ni le keje samyan do bo ma choro chi oya good sanje joda zoje chonam la chanju bandon dan de Dagi Chishin Jimmy Sonam Sanje Judan Soji Chonam La Chanju Badu Dani Shishin Jibya Sanam Jya Nola Benja Danja Nuba Zanje Cheda Soje Chancho Bado Dane Jasu Jya Dage Jibya Nola Benja Danja Nuba Nidi Shiva Tsundam Kushin Niji Shitu Zakaya Nola Pempa Chena Lamshi Niji Jidi Tundu Zabaka Kandaya Dade Tunda Namba Kunde Nado Dezom Nidre chanjo sebe so jatanje jene yimda la jazalo kange tenje jaba jo gaba meba chemeba cheba meba tameba hoa meba no meba tade deme de jeme deba ni je shi deba zo ba sanje manam je tamba dala jazalo kange tu de jazo ne tawa tam je pambe tambe jene de zeba godam de la jazo oh yeah. How are you, Luis? Good to see you. Oh yeah. So, you know, like I think Buddhist knowledge, Buddhist knowledge helps. So some of you know going through physical difficulties, but you have. I heard that you have very good attitude, mental attitude. So it makes me very proud and happy. So this I think benefit of having some understanding of Buddhism. So I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah, mind, power of mind. Power of mind is quite important. Power of mind. So something. We are all capable to think something positive. So very good. So then I continuously think of all of you, every day when I say prayers. I do medicine Buddha practice every single day. So then I dedicate it for all of you, health, health and long, healthy, happy life. Then also you, even though you are not able to say so many prayers, but it's very important to keep your mind, positive, much as possible. Whatever ways, you can keep your mind, or keep smile on your face, keep your mind, positive, whatever ways. There's something you can do, then you must try. Okay, you must try. So then, of course, all the nuns who are doing the prayer also thinking about all of you. Oh yeah. So now, like where we stop, foundation of all the good qualities. Foundation of all the good qualities. We do read, a lot of Dharma materials. So the one reason that I choose to explain the foundation of the good qualities, that we need to think now, from now on we need to think how to summarize all our practice, into something that we can remember, not relying on the books, we can remember by heart. So then you summarize all your, how you summarize? All your practice in there, so then no need books, so wherever you go, not there you are, but wherever you go, then foundation, quality, foundation of the good quality will be there. So then, you can do meditation anywhere, just, So short review, first, in the beginning of the text, talks about importance of, spiritual teachers, spiritual teachers, or importance of spiritual teachers. So then, as I mentioned, it's very, very important to learn the qualification of someone, who qualified to teach Dharma. There's like 10 qualifications been listed in one of the Maitreya Buddha texts. Sublime continuum or ornament of minor discourse. Also, the Maitreya Buddha taught 5 texts, so, and there, 2 of those texts did mention the qualification of the spiritual masters. So then, based on that, then you analyze the person. So before you accept him or her as your teacher, you analyze that person based on the qualifications. So then once you see, that person possesses the qualifications, then you accept that person as your teachers. So then after that, then how to devote oneself to that person's mentally and also like physically. The physically means service, service, okay, for your own own benefit, for your own gains. All the good quality refers to from renunciations to all the way to like completion stage in the Vajrayana, the practice, the entire path. Foundation of all the good quality refers to those entire path. So for that regard, the spiritual teachers play very important roles to guide, to explain. Then maybe some case shared experience or things like that. Out of great respect, then you devote yourself to that person. So if that person says something that's against Dharma, go against Dharma, then you deny. You deny, I say, you don't listen. Or if something that goes against Dharma, then you don't listen. So who said, Buddha said, where in the Vinayaka Sutras, Che Mayimba Mana Doba Chaos. Che Mayimba means no Dharma. If that teacher says something that's not Dharma, it goes against Dharma, no Dharma, then you don't listen. So Buddha already said this very clear in the Vinayaka Sutra. Che Mayimba Mana Doba Chaos. So if the teacher asks you to steal something, you don't steal. But there's some as exceptions. There's like highly realized individual beings like say Telopa, Telopa and between Telopa and Naropa, so there's exception. Like we can act like that. There's like very special circumstance. And there's like some of the things that Telopa asks Naropa, is the student of Telopa, so Telopa asks Naropa to do something doesn't appear as a dharma, it appears as a very mundane things, so then this whole like purpose of that, asking Naropa to do certain things to purify his mind, that's all. And Naropa managed to get enlightenment within very, very short lifetime because of the practice that's given by Telopa, so these are exceptions. So then probably Naropa, probably to Marba, so like things like that. So for example, like Telopa asked Naropa to build fire, to gather a bunch of wood and then say, light it up. And the Naropa is hoping that he's going to give him some teachings. He's not giving any teachings. He's asking all kinds of things to do. So then Telopa says, if somebody sit on this fire, maybe I could give some teachings. So they just said that fire is already burning. Naropa, without thinking, without blinking his eye, jump on the fire, So then after that, Telopa didn't give any teachings. So then of course, his body is going to be burned. So then tell us, oh, as a now no pain, no no pain, no now none is pain. Then some is I'm not sure. So no pain, no burn, no pain, no burn, no burning, no pain. Then it becomes normal, So then finally, there's like many of that, did that, many things like that, So then finally, Narup, the Teleba asks Narup, okay, now make mandala offerings. Narup has nothing to offer, nothing. He's just middle of the jungle, there's nothing to offer. Then Teleba asks, just pee on the mud and just make some mandala, make out of mud. Just pee and make mandala out of mud. Then Narupa pee, then make the mandala out of mud and offer. Then Telova probably grab, like we offer this, Telova grab a little bit that, then throw on his face, Narupa's face. Then like he generated this incredible concentrations, so he just touching the mud, touching on his face. It's kind of like open, like, then there's the end of the purification, then he generated many high realizations right there. The thing is, highly high level of concentrations. Then so then not long after that, Naropa managed to achieve enlightenment. So this is exceptions. So that so other than that, so then in Vinayaka Sutra it says something like that. Okay. Down the road, knowing the qualification of teacher down the road, it will prevent to meet the wrong guide. You may have determinations, strong determination, interest, then you met the wrong guide. Takes probably long time. So that's no good. So once you understand the 10 qualifications of the teachers, so then you are not going to meet the wrong guide. Okay. There's the beginning of the foundation of the qualities. So, so then of course need to read Lamrim, need to read Lamrim because there's benefit of relying on spiritual teachers, like disadvantage of not having spiritual teachers. There's many informations in Lamrim, in liberation in the palm of your hand is easy to understand. Relatively easy to understand than Lamrim Chempo, great Lamrim composed by Lama Tsongkhapa. So liberation in the palm of your hand, liberation palm of your hand is the commentaries on Lamrim Chempo, easy to understand. So now the actual practice began, like the precious human life. Knowing this life is very precious, very difficult to find, very meaningful. So then try to make most out of this precious human life, whatever ways you can, mainly related to the mind, mind. So shape our mind, shape our thought, improve. Even just 1 inch need to improve. That's the whole purpose of Buddha Dharma, is to improve our mental qualities. That's the meditation on death and impermanence. The first one is the precious human life. Okay, precious human life. Knowing this life is so precious, so meaningful, so difficult to find. Therefore, so make sure this life doesn't slip through our hand by doing nothing. So need to think, make the most out of this precious human life by thinking something positive throughout the day. Motivate in the morning, and think something positive throughout the day. So that's exactly what it means, take most out of this precious human life. not necessarily say something or just the main thing is the mind. Okay, mind. And good heart, kind heart. These are all important things. Now then the second is like death and impermanent. Lama Tsongkhapa requesting all of us to be more conscientious, more aware of aware of our thought, mainly our thought. The thought is the then because of thought, then the verbal action, physical action happens because of our thought. Meditating on death and impermanent, death and impermanent. Nobody meditates on death, because they are so excited. Nobody. Out of fear, Here in the West, out of fear, people don't want to think about death. And in Buddhism, out of fear, people do think about death purposely every day, because both, is same fear. But not thinking about death out of fear, that doesn't do anything good for death. But thinking about death out of fear does something good for the death. For the death? For the time of death, not for death. For the time of death, Thinking, intentionally thinking about that. One of the Kadama master did mention, somebody asked question why we get lazy, because we don't understand. We don't have realizations of time of death is uncertainty. We don't have the realization. Because of that, we get lazy. That's why, like one of the Kadama masters mentioned. So anyway, so think about impermanent change, all of that. Okay, so then the point here is be more, aware. Be aware of our thought. Be aware of our thought, our actions. Or don't think, this is too small. Doesn't matter. Don't think like that. Like when you look at the seed of the redwood, you can put it in palm and you can cover. Nobody sees. That seed become like that gigantic redwood trees. So when I'm teaching in Vajrapani, when I'm leading this Kopan West Lamrim course, the first time in California, so from Gompa to my house, there's a lot of seeds, so I collect a number of them, when I went to teach the class there, I took a couple of them there, so, it's kind of like, so that's the external causality, so even though you cannot think, I should not think, this merit is too small. No, there's no small merit. There's no, every merit is big. Every merit is big. Every positive thought is merit. No, don't think, this small is big. The result. So karma is not going to get rotten. It'll be there, like till, it meets the proper conditions. So therefore, the reason behind, meditation on death and impermanence, the reason behind is to be more aware of our thought throughout the days, our actions, to guard our three doors, Why? Because when the mind leaves this body, what follows? Karma. Nothing else. Based on that, then we have to make plan based on that, okay. So you are choose new to Jibe, Chiwatam, the Shivich of Luda Timaja, Kanal Livish, not just understand, make sure that you really understand that, not just, deeper understanding is critical. The deeper understanding of that is critical to generate positive thought and avoid negative thought. Deeper understanding, experiential understanding of that is critical, very important, or is quintessential, very important. That helps you to be aware of every actions that you will do. So not just understanding, injurgi nyowa, experiential understanding or deeper understanding. Okay. Riso wa chu chubo chi nyudu jibe chiwa tempa da shiwi chuzo luda tempa chi kanal liki chi tawa la ngeba tempo ni de jibe so tachi tawa ni po da gezo tata lupa chi wala tato pada tempa chinchelu. Tato pada tempa chinchelu. Please bless me to be mindful all the time. That's what Lama Tsongpa says. Tene da jebe mingom dunga kunjing goes. So we all recite that in English? All that? So then second line, jebe mingom so not being satisfied. Okay, not being satisfied is the door to all the problems. So I think the seeking samsaric pleasures, I personally don't like their translations. So, but in Tibetan word chebe mingom, che means used, like I say, I use tea, I use food, I use flour, I use clothes, I use house, I understand use. Che means, yeah, I make use, I used to eat, I used to listen, I used to smell, but the question is, are you satisfied? If you're satisfied, there's nothing wrong. If you're not satisfied, that's the door to all the problems. Not being satisfied, it's the door to all. That's how they should translate, Not seeking samsaric pleasures is door to all the problems. Not being satisfied by you can survive. Practically you can survive. People has to seek. So then otherwise, like in the text, they say human happiness, divine happiness. What is human happiness? The question is, what is human happiness? According to the Tara practice. After that, when you recite 21 Tara praises, then there's the benefit. In that text, it clearly said, the supreme happiness of human and divines. You remember? So now, what is human happiness? But you clearly see not being satisfied by samsaric pleasure. Then that's the door to all the you do see that that. So that's what the Rolling Stone means. No, I can't get no satisfactions. So there should be the translations of this. So not like seeking them. Chebe mingo dunga kunjingo so Chokshe, there's like 6 ultimate practice composed by one of the Kadama masters. I don't remember the name, but one of them is like Chokshe Lodan dance. Chokshe means contentment. If you possess contentment, you are the richest. You are the richest persons. Chokshe Lodan Chubi Tardu, you are the ultimate rich. Ultimate rich is those who has contentments. So that person is ultimate rich. Those person who does not have contentments, that person is considered as poor, still poor. Choshelo de na chubido. So dogu tsudukuna tumbu tadins. Ultimate has ultimate high rank, ultimate high rank is if someone who puts everybody first, everybody's up. So that that is the highest rank, ultimate rank. That's the one I missed. Sometimes kind of funny, sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't remember. So ultimate, that's the sixth ultimate practice, sixth ultimate practice. So probably I don't go through all of them, but so I do remember them now. So, but I will not go. So what I'm saying here, if you possess contentments, then you are ultimate rich. The pattern, like, because samsaric goodness are not reliable. Samsaric goods are not reliable. You can rely on them to be happy. You cannot 100% rely on them to you to be happy. Because it's from the Lamrim point of view, these are considered as unreliable, Samsaric goods are unreliable. It doesn't guarantee it. Of course, the pleasure do come from the object, but object doesn't guarantee that kind of pleasure or happiness. Whenever the object is present, there's no guarantee. That's why it's not reliable. It's not reliable. To know that is very, very important to understand that. Then after that, when you get disappointment, you know right from the beginning, that's not something that you totally rely on all your happiness on that. So when the things change, so you are not in shock, because right from the beginning, you are fully aware. Right from the beginning, you are fully aware. It's not shock. There's nothing shocking or shock, So, because that's the downside or drawback of samsaric goodness. There's something that you cannot rely on there, Doesn't mean you cannot enjoy, but you can enjoy at the same time. You have to have deeper. You have to have this. You have to have this understanding. Yes, you have to have this understanding that these are not reliable. Reliable. You cannot 100% rely your happiness on those samsaric goodness. It's not reliable from the Lamrim point of view. What is reliable? According to Lamrim, what is reliable? Liberations is reliable. Liberation is reliable. You can rely on that. So now, from this deeper understanding of this particular part of Lamrim, which is associated with the small scope, Lamrim, now you understood, so not being content is draw to all the problems, or also invite all the problems, or create all the problems. So therefore, need to learn how to be content, there's tons of reason to be content. There's also tons of reason not to be content. There's tons of reason. So once in a while, it's very important to think that, I am happy, because of this and that, many, many reasons I am happy. Not always think, I'm not happy. No, so then it become like habit. It becomes habit. It's become habit. So that's not good. Once in a while, not once in a while, but we have to think, just thinking about this life is a precious human life, difficult to find, so meaningful, so then doing some practice, makes me happy, like that. To see, to gain deeper understanding, not just intellectual understanding, to deeper understanding of that, Then has the aim for liberation. Aim for liberation, something that you can rely on forever, rely on. So then whatever you do, all the positive things, then you dedicate that for, that for that cause, that cause. Then it becomes the cause for that. And then it's good, okay? Nimizina tabe dewal nichimbucha wachinjalo, so then chebe mingo dunga kunjibo idemiro sibe puzu nimi rini tabe dewala to nichimbucha wachinjalo. Namda Samba. So can you say that in English now, that part? Can you say that in English part? That part in English, please.
Led by this pure thought.
No, before that, before.
Okay, the
no.
one that we just
One that I just explained.
seeking some samsaric pleasures.
Hmm?
Is that okay? Not supposed to say that.
Yeah, just.
Okay,
I already explained. Doesn't matter.
Seeking samsaric pleasures is the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation.
So suffering probably needs to be translated as the problem. The suffering from the Buddhist point, well, according to in the Buddhism, when you see word dongal, when you translate it into English, then probably sometimes, most of the time, they translate like sufferings, and here, like the understanding of suffering is different, right? Like, you have to have physical problem or some kind of mental problem, then you say, somebody's suffering. Healthy person, you don't say they are suffering. So that suffering also covers healthy person too. It's not healthy person, not free from suffering. So that's the problems, So bigger. Suffering, it doesn't mean pain. It doesn't mean mental pain, physical pain. It means much more bigger than that. So therefore, lack of like understanding of true nature of sufferings. Therefore, it's almost impossible to generate or develop universal compassions. You can't develop. How you can develop compassion towards healthy persons? So it's hard. So that's clearly indicate that something's lacking. So the true nature of suffering is much more bigger than like suffering that we know. So that we use in our day-to-day life language. So this is more like complication problems, like that. Then now the pure thought. What is it? Pure thought.
Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice.
Namda Samba, the pure thought, some case it refers to as a conviction, faith towards causality or karma. Sometimes that is considered as a pure thought. Some text, sometimes you see that. Sometimes it refers to renunciations. Here more like renunciation, pure thought, more like renunciations. So sometimes, it also refers to as a conviction, faith into causalities. Okay, causalities or karma. Or conviction, faith into what goes round comes out. How is it? What goes round? What goes round comes round. What that having conviction into that is considered as a pure thought. Namda Sambati Tambe Tenda Shishin Temba mindfulness. Shishi means like introspections, the mind that analyze. Tenda Shishin Paye conscientious Paye chambers, not just small one, big one, Tenda Shi Paye Chamber, Tembe Zawa, Susu Tabalas, Tembe Zawa, Susu Tabal, Rubani Bucha Wachinjelo. So then any. And here, directly it mentions patimoksha vows, but indirectly, any kind of positive commitments. is already included there. Any kind of positive commitment, even though you may not have vows, but you deliberately make commitment not to take life, something like that, and not to take life intentionally, or something like that. That's also part of that. Tempe Tsawa. Tempe Tsawa means root of the how they translate it? Root of teachings refers to Buddha's teachings. Root of teachings. Tempe Tsawa Susu Talba. There's no sometimes there's 7 Pratimosha vows, sometimes there's 8 Pratimosha vows. Nini, so there's one vows that only lasts 24 hours. So when they count 7, all the rest, it's like lifelong commitments. So this particular one is pretty much similar for the 8 minor precept, but there's a difference. There are differences. So 8 minor precept, the Sangha we can take, Bhikshu can take, novice can take. That 24-hour lay vows, the monks cannot take. Even though they have same commitments, but the monks cannot take. So there are differences, between. But the reason when they count 7, why they don't count 24 hours lay vow? Because the time is too short. All the rest is lifelong commitment. Therefore, they did not count that one. They only count the 7th one. Oh. So when they count, sometimes you see 8. So then they include that, 8. So the rigge, So that's for the sake of knowledge. Next time, when you see, you need to be able to explain. Or sometimes it's mentioned 8, sometimes it's mentioned 7. Yeah, when it's mentioned 8, so they listed all of them there. When some text, when it's mentioned 7, then why they didn't mention the 24-hour lay vows? Because of the time. Because the time is too short. That's why. For the sake of knowledge. Tempe Tsawa Susu Tabalo Duba Nimbu Chaba Chinjelos. Duba means practice. Receiving vows is easy. Practicing vows is not that easy. So receiving, you go through some ceremony, then it's done within couple of hours or maybe 1 hour. In the full ordained monks, then that probably has many things to recite. So that takes a couple of hours. Then other than that, most of them takes 1 hour. Then it's done. But practicing them, that's rest of your life. It's not that easy. So that's the root of the Buddha's teachings. So Buddha, when you talk about Buddha's teachings, it's not here, but there's oral teaching. Then that's how they translate it. Lungi Temba, oral teachings. Then Tope Temba, realizations. So that also refers to 3 trainings. 3 trainings. Labasum, Churimgi Laba, training of moralities. Tengejumgi Laba, training of concentrations. The training of wisdoms. Labasum. 3 training or 3 practice. That is the root of Buddha's teachings. So then all this Pratimosha falls into first categories, training of moralities. That then all the Pratimosha vows, Bodhisattva vows, then all the vows that fall there. Got 3 trainings, so this is the root of Buddha's teaching. Okay. Tempe Tsawa Nanda Sambati Tangbai Tenda Shiji Payo Chambai Tempe Tsawa Su Tabalo Duba Nyingbu Chaba Chinjelos. So Rinpoche said, I have 5 commitments, now I broke 1. So then if you break rest of them, it's kind of not skillful. So Rinpoche said, that's very true. If you break your leg, your hand, you don't break your leg. Because I already broke my hand, now I'm going to break my leg. That's not good things to do. Even though you break your hand, you need to protect your leg, so like that. Don't think, now commitment, is already deteriorated, I'm not going to bother to think about them. That's not good. So even though broke 1, so then you need to keep the rest. So okay. Don't If you break your toe, don't break your head. It's not good. You need your head. The number somebody talking about tembe zawa susu tabal dubanyi moja tembe zawa susu tarba root of the teachings Pardimosha vows plus not plus but basically 3 trainings, 3 practices. Practice of morality, practice of concentration, practice of wisdom. Then all the Pardimosha vows, all the vows falls into practice of morality. Okay? Dubanyi moja bachinjalo. Na somebody talking about tembe dubanyi moja. So that kind of finished the small scope and middle scope. That kind of finish. There's a very brief, easy to remember, So, so from now on, I think we need to think how to summarize our practice into something that you can remember quite easily, So if you've been doing that all the time, it's easy to remember. It's easy to remember. Otherwise, it's not that easy, So then your mind becomes so familiar. Then easy to remember, You don't need to bring anything. You just wherever you go, you can just meditate. That's the one of the main reason why I choose those short texts to explain here. Tini rani sinzo luwa chishindo, rani sinzo luwa chishindo, majundo kunja tenda was so. So according to another lamrim that composed by Lama Tsongkhapa is called Song of Experience, and that lamrim, then it also Lama Tsongkhapa said, "Dude nimi sama mabenas." If we don't think about, if we don't understand, or if we don't think about the drawback of sufferings, or suffering means like not just pain. So I already explained. There will be no genuine desire for liberation. There will be no genuine desire for liberation. Why? Because you don't think it's important. Because you don't understand. You don't understand why, or you don't understand why you need that. Why you need that? Everything seems like fine. Why you need that? So therefore, it's very, very important to understand. Truth of sufferings. If you don't think about the drawback of truth of sufferings, there will be no sincere or genuine desire for seeking liberation. Will not take place. Yes, not take place. No. Yeah, generally speaking, so if you don't diagnose that you have some health problems, why you seek medication? Nobody will seek medications. Why you go to see a doctor? There's no reason. Once you diagnosed with certain health problems, so like in my case, diabetes, then you go to see Dr. Brown. So then you take medications. Not sleep with the medication, but actually take the medications. If you don't take medication, just sleep with the medication, that doesn't help also. Same, it works same there. If you don't understand that, if you don't think about the drawback of truth of sufferings, there will be no sincere or genuine desire for seeking liberations. So now, if you ever wonder, from now on, if you ever wonder why there's no sincere, genuine seeking liberation, even though liberation is very wonderful, that's why. Because our understanding of true nature, drawback of truth of suffering doesn't go deep. That's why. That's why there's no strong desire for liberation. So even though it's something really wonderful, but there will be no strong desire. So that so therefore, study is quite important here to learn. Then second, if you don't understand the activity of second novel, truth of origin, origin of suffering. If you don't understand the activity of that, so then how are you going to challenge them? There's no way we can challenge them. So therefore, need to understand, and there, the origin, there's no karma and the delusions. There's two of them. It's not just karma, there's karma and delusions. And within the delusion, there's many need to understand that, okay? Seeing that me, myself, seeing clearly, you don't need like psychic to tell you whether you are part of samsara or not. You know that very well, inside out. So now seeing that being part of being part of samsara, seeing that. So also helps, understanding the nature of samsara also helps, long as we are part of samsara, that we should not have expectation that I want to be happy all the time. That's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. That's the reality. That's not going to happen. Some days it's going to be happy, some days it's going to be unhappy. If you really want to be happy all the time, liberations, seek liberations. That's the way ultimate happiness is there. It's not here. This part, the life goes like this, up and down, up and down. Need to understand. When it happens, it's easy to deal. It's relatively easy to deal, because you have knowledge. You know. It's not like shock. Then the Rani Sinzolunga Chishindus, likewise, me, myself, or maybe fall into the ocean of samsara or part of samsara, it doesn't matter, whatever you say. Being part of samsara, so now you see all kind of complications. Or thing doesn't go the way you want, and thing doesn't go the way you plan, and like separated from the loved one, then, meeting with someone that's not really want to meet, and there's like 4 times, there's like general suffering, then there's a particular suffering that's mentioned in Lamrim, and there's like especially the human sufferings. 8 of them, you read them and you see, wanting to find something, not able to find, or to find something, then worry about being separated from there, all kind of complications, all kind of problems. So seeing that through your meditations, seeing that through meditation which is solely based on knowledge, and seeing that clearly, seeing that, then gaining some kind of deeper understanding. So then now you look around. Everybody, no matter how they look, what kind of education they have, what kind of title they possess, everybody has problems, everybody. From newborn child to all the way to President of the United States, who is billionaire, is not free from problems. Everybody. So you are all walks of life, all living beings, all walks of life, all living beings. Everybody has problems, everybody. Everybody's life is heavily influenced by the complications, problems. Now you see that, not just understood intellectually, now you see that through your meditation, which is solely based on knowledge. You see that quite clearly. Rani Sinzolunga Chichino Majudowa Kunja Tendo Tone Dowater Kuchivis. Seeing that. So see, practicing Lamrim is very good. Sometimes you say, I have to have compassion to myself. First I have to, there's no difference between self-compassion and compassion. It's just one. There's no difference. There is no difference. If you understand the meaning or definition of compassion, there's no difference. We make differences. I have to have compassion for myself, Compassion is self-compassion. It's not other than, it's because you are the one who's developing compassion, then you should get benefit. If not, then maybe there's some understanding of compassion is not there's some mistake there, So love to yourself, love same. In my point of view, is same. Because you are the one who is showing love, affection, kindness, compassion. And you must get benefit. You must get benefit. It's not it's not like giving something. Of course, if you give this to someone else, then you don't have that. It's gone. But practicing compassion is not like that. Practicing compassion doesn't mean like, it's not like that. It's there, it's here, both. It's a win-win. So self-compassion, compassion, we did discuss that Sunday morning, so I thought about that quite a bit. So then when you look at closely the definition of compassion, there's no difference. There's no difference. So you must get benefit because you are the one who's developing compassion. So anyway, now seeing this, everybody, all walks of life, part of samsara, is not free from problems, So no matter how they look, no free from problems, no free from complications. Everybody has complications. Now you take, personal responsibility to liberate all of them from these oceans of samsara. Take personal responsibility. That's called strength and courage. Strength and courage, solely based on knowledge and deeper understanding or experiential understanding of samsara as a whole. No. So so then bless me to able to practice bodhicitta, good heart, bodhicitta, good heart, warm heart, bodhicitta, altruistic attitude, or maybe I said what Robert Thomas said, like enlightened self-interest, same, and then bodhicitta. So then, of course, there's like two different lineage when you practice bodhicitta. One is coming from Manjushri to Nagarjuna. One is coming from Maitreya Buddha to Asanga. So then Lama Adisha, Lama Adisha had both lineage. One is like exchanging self with others from Nagarjuna to Manjushri to Nagarjuna. So then 7 cause and 1 result coming from Maitreya Buddha to Asanga. So there's 2 different lineage. Then you practice. When you explain them separately because there's 2 separate lineage. When you practice, you can combine. Okay, you can combine. So it says like exchanging one with self that's more secret practice. It's been hidden long time. So then after that, somebody make it for public. So when you practice that, that also is like equivalent of practicing both lineage, both instructions. Okay, so so when you explain, you need to explain separately because there's 2 separate lineage. When you practice, you can mix. Tonel Dwater Kujive Chanjusim Jumba Chinjal, Tonel Dwater Kujive Chanjusim Jumba Chinjal. So bless me to able to practice bodhicitta. So then Shantideva text, I think chapter number 2 or somewhere there, bodhicitta is considered as a horse. If you manage to ride that horse will eliminate all the sadnesses and difficulties. Tewe chonga kunse cho, sadness. Ngao, difficulties. All, chonga kun means all. Sel means eliminate. That's the kind of bodhicitta, that's kind of horse that will eliminate all the sadnesses, all the difficulties. If you manage to ride that horse will bring you to happiness. And Shantideva was wondering why people don't ride that horse. Shantideva was wondering why people don't have courage to ride that horse. Tewe chonga kunsewe chanju semje tashone dene dewa doala semye sushik julu means why people feel discouraged to ride that horse. Why people feel discouraged to ride that horse. Shantideva, he kind of wondered, doesn't make sense to him because he's practiced bodhicitta. Then everything become merit. Eating, sleeping, going, walking, everything become merit. So important. Like everything comes down to mind. Everything comes down to mind. Lama Tsongkhapa, one of his Lojong texts, Lama Tsongkhapa says, Kana Lena Samba Sangelas. White karma, black karma is very much dependent on the thought, our mind. If the mind is good, everything will become good. If the mind is not good, everything becomes negative. Therefore, everything depends on the mind. Everything depends on the mind. When you see somebody, just wish them something good, and Mother Teresa said the same thing. When you read about the Mother Teresa books, she said the same thing. Smile doesn't cost any money. There's no reason to become stingy for your smile. Saying something nice doesn't cost any money. If it costs hundreds of dollars, you need to think twice. Otherwise, so these people, they know how to be happy and how to liberate themselves from the complication. They know exactly what to do. So there's the bodhicitta. Okay, bodhicitta says there's two different lineages. So now read the liberation palm of your hand and read, and there's you see all these two instruction or two lineages been clearly stated there. Okay. Doesn't have to be human. You can just look at the bird in your backyard. Just look at them. People look at the bird. People like to look at the bird. I'm not sure people like to look at people. Or people do like to look at the bird, so they look at the bird. So then, just wish something good. Something good. So then, eventually become habit. It becomes habit. The first thought that rises is positive. Right now, the first thought that rises is negative. No good. That's why life becomes complicated. If the first thought that rises, no matter what kind of circumstance, if the first thought that rises is positive, our life is going to be happier. Our life is going to be happier. Because our life is not being happier all the time. Why? Because the first thought that arises is not always positive. That's why. That's why life becomes more complicated. The first thought that arises is positive, life becomes easier. Even though you are part of samsara, your life will be much, much easier, easygoing. According to Lama Ishi, what is it? Easygoing? Yeah. Taking responsibility, not just wishing, but taking responsibility. I myself will liberate them from samsara, taking responsibility. Or you can say extraordinary compassions. There's two types of compassion. One compassion, just a wish. Just wish them to be free from problems. One compassion that I myself will free them from the problem. That's extra. Laksam ninja is called Laksam ninja. So it's like taking responsibility. Laksam ninja. Ninja, there's slightly different between compassion and so extraordinary compassion. Extraordinary compassion, you are taking responsibility. Okay. Maybe one more line, so then I'll stop. Rani Sinzo Loma Chichino Maju Doa Kunja Tenda Ton and Doa Trio Chinzo, Semsam Chejan, Sudim Namson, the Combamenda Chanjum into this. Semsam Chejan, Sudim Namson last. Oh, Chanju Simja Jumba Chinja Lows, maybe. Maybe stop here. So just nice word to stop. Nice word to stop. So, so second one is like there's a lot of things to explain. So maybe this is a good word to stop. Okay. No, past is past. Is past. There's nothing we can do. Past is. No, I should not live in the present moment based on the past. It's not good. Present is present. No. If you create married today, it is married. It's not because it's not married because of the past. No. It is married. If you just practice one day, it is practice. If you keep your as a vow one day, that is like keeping vow. That is like that's married. Okay, so should not as a it is new. It is new. It's not past. Is gone. Future nobody knows. What we know is present. Is important. So should not live our life in at the present moment and heavily influenced by past. That's not good. It's not good. No. Oh, like I killed bug yesterday, so it's not a good idea. Oh, I'm going to kill today because I already killed yesterday. Doesn't make sense. It's not good. No. If you restrain from killing the bugs, today, so that's merit. Okay, so it's important every day, the opportunity, every day is opportunity to create merit, okay? Oh. Yeah, so I'll stop here, so then next Wednesday, Dage Chinja Saben Gewade Tendandova, Kuno Computer, Chevron Jizu, Lopsa, Debeni Borindo. You want them, you don't know, you don't do this, and no one, so you want them, you don't
In the Gold Prayer Book, turn to page 263, and we'll read the final long rim dedication. From my two collections, as this space, that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for great lengths of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by my practice. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddhist teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion, in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted boundless peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. May even this graded path to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their sons. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and create conducive conditions for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may we always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. Turn to page 244 and 245. We'll start with 244. Kandira we korwe shinkamdi pendande wa malu shunwene chenre sigwan tenzin gyatsoi shape site bardu tenjuchi jonui en alan wa shotu awatare tsembara sopa lo sangewe deton le pelsho shasu gengir lama sowade Tupsu chanjin jangun gewe tenzin kyompewe kunzu dopoze chogsum kurwele munturu padok so duje kundu shapten shog Mig me tsewe te chen chen reisig ri me kempe wampo jampe yang gan chen kepe Tsugen song kapa lo sound pe jabla soade tare tu re soha 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 tare tu re soha